Hello, everyone. My name is Joseph Knight, and I am a senior at Northeastern State University. I am scheduled to graduate in December with a degree in organizational leadership, and I have chosen to do my capstone project over adult obesity and also creating an adult sports league to help combat adult obesity in Tahlequah, Oklahoma. Through doing a lot of research, I have come to discover that the US actually has the highest BMI rate of all countries. And it is also said that one in every three adults are considered obese. That would mean if you're sitting in a classroom and you look to the left and to the right, one of you are most likely to be considered obese. And this is a very alarming statistic that we need to look into a little further of how we can fight. So I've discovered that there are two different ways to fix or help fight adult obesity. The first is simply to start with childhood obesity. Adult obesity is usually a carryover from childhood obesity. Children are in need of more recess time in schools, healthier school options for lunch and breakfast or dinner, and also a commitment from parents to serve healthier foods at home. I know a lot of the blame gets passed to either schools or home, but I think that this needs to be a united effort to help fight childhood obesity so that adults aren't um, part of the obesity epidemic in America. The second way to fix adult obesity is to create fun ways for adults to get exercise. Many parents live through their children and their children's sports activities, and my wife and I were part of those statistics. We have four boys, and it seems like the entire time we've been married, it's been just shuffling kids from one sport or one activity to another, and sometimes that leaves little time to work on ourselves. I think it's great to be active parents and involved in your children's extracurricular activities, but you also need to set aside some time for yourself. A lot of the problem is that adults go to the gym, they do CrossFit, run races, they do occasional group exercises, but there really aren't any, very many options for adults to actually do things that they might enjoy if they don't enjoy those items. A lot of adults don't want to just sit on a treadmill or run on a treadmill for an hour or do the elliptical for an hour. They want to have fun with what they're doing. So looking into like children's sports, just going off of what my kids do, there's soccer, basketball, football, volleyball, track, baseball, tennis. And in comparison to what I would want to be able to offer for the adult sports league, I would actually offer those same items: uh, adult basketball, adult kickball, adult volleyball, adult running groups, adult tennis, adult flag football, adult soccer. Um, anyone from any different age group can play in these, sports and do these activities. And I think that if we found things that adults could do that they enjoyed, you would see a lot more active people and healthier people. I wanted to talk a little bit about my journey. I have yo-yoed with weight my entire life. Back in 2009, I was at 325 pounds. Um, Within a year's time, I was able to lose 125 pounds and uh, got certified to be a personal trainer and started working with obese clients and got a lot of satisfaction out of helping people be healthier and reach some of their goals. In 2014, I had back surgery and then in 2016, I had surgery on my right knee. And at that time, I was depressed and sad and kind of felt helpless. I wasn't able to move around as good as I used to. I wasn't able to participate in activities. And it kind of went on like that for 2 or 3 years. In March of 2019, I sent out a Facebook post and asked if anyone wanted to go running with me. I don't like to run by myself and kind of felt like if I had some camaraderie and accountability, it would actually help me become more active. That night, two people came and ran with me, and we kind of started running more and more. And we've now grown our group to over 20 people. And like I said, in March, I weighed 306 pounds, and I currently weigh 235 pounds. And I had a goal this year to run a half marathon. And this morning, I ran my first half marathon in the Route 66 in Tulsa and finished in 2 hours and 43 minutes. So I was pretty proud of that accomplishment today. So, how do you start an adult sports league? Well, that's a good question. And I kind of found myself asking that back in the spring. I had always wanted to play kickball as an adult. I just really enjoyed playing when I was a kid and thought, hey, this is something you can do as an adult. So in the spring, I got 14 people to come play kickball with me, and we had a blast. It was a lot of fun, a lot of laughing, a lot of reliving memories, and we kept doing that more and more throughout the summer. And one common thing that I heard people saying was, I haven't done this since I was a kid, and this really got me thinking that um, maybe there's other things that we can do that we haven't done since we were a kid, as far as being active. So in kickball, we got so big that we grew into playing on two different fields at the same time. We had over 30 people coming, and it just goes to show that people wanted to be active. They wanted to have fun with what they were doing. So in fighting obesity, um, we have to start, like I said, by addressing needs with children at school and at home, and continue by um, addressing the needs of adults. At the rate we're going, the obesity rate by 2040 will be 1 in every 2 adults. So, in my idea of an adult sports league, any adult can join to play in tournaments and leagues and just everyday events. I've spoken to local schools, and they have expressed an interest in partnering. Um, so we could use gymnasiums in the winter and extreme heat, and then we could use the fields, sand volleyball courts, tennis courts, and any other outdoor area to participate in the spring and fall months. So, adult obesity is something that's near and dear to my heart. My family has struggled with obesity as long as I can remember, and I am looking to stop that trend in my family and in the city of Tahlequah. I believe that Tahlequah is a great city. My wife and I, we both work here in Tahlequah. My kids go to school in Tahlequah, and I just don't want to see the trend of obesity at a high rate continue. I believe we can at least get that rate going in the other direction. I think that adults are craving things to do, things that they enjoy, things that make them laugh, things that make them have fun. And I think that an adult sports league can reach all of those things. My goal is in the year 2020 to introduce, hopefully 2 or 3 of those sports, and if not 2020, then in 2021, actually have the entire adult sports league going. I know that it will be a challenge. I know that it will require a lot of volunteers, a lot of support from the community, any kind of donations, sponsorships. I'm going to look into what kind of grants I can get to help get this off the ground floor and get it going. I look forward to um, introducing this to Tahlequah, and I look forward to working with the people of this city, and hopefully next year you'll start to see some of these things come to life.